there's no edge to the universe. Why can't the Earth also be an infinite plane?
Climate change. You know what makes climate change?
Yeah, I do. The temperature goes back
Up
and forth.
down. You know
Yeah.
what makes it do it?
Yeah, as the sun is close and localized and travels between the two tropics.
That's exactly right. You know what else is the biggest factor in climate change?
What's that?
Comets are sunspots. The sun puts off more of so much sun radiation in certain periods of time, just like everything else. And the more it does, the hotter the earth gets. The less it does, the cooler the earth gets. And it goes in cycles. And that's not me bumping my gums. That's the Mayan Indians that got this written 2,000 years ago. They already knew it.
We're not causing climate change. The Earth does it on its own.
That's right, exactly. Oh, they had a guy on there, he was a billionaire. He sits here and he's got a group of about 100 people and some stupid woman out there screaming at him, "You're going to ruin everything for our children." The man said, "Hey." And she kept on cussing him and raising hell. And he said, "If you just shut the fuck up and sit down, I'll explain this to you." So she sat down finally. So he says, "I go to Antarctica for my honeymoon because I'm rich and famous and I got lots of money because of greed." That's what he told her. He says, they do core samples and they pull them up and they can tell you what the temperature was every 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000 years. He says, there's 5,000 years ago, it's 2 degrees lower. 3,000 years, it was 2 degrees higher. On and on, just fluctuating back and forth, bouncing around 2 to 3 degrees, minimum 2 to 3 degrees. That's it. And he said, this has been going on for 50,000, 100,000. They can tell you when it was, how it was. He says, this is nothing new. It's always happening. And I've always said that. And I read a lot of stuff about the Mayans and all the other people. And the Mayans already knew that the sunspots were regulating the temperatures on this planet. And these people are finally coming around to finally look at it.
Yeah, finally, thousands of years later, you know.
And ain't no telling how long the Mayans knew about it.
Yeah, exactly.
They were building temples out of perfection. Incas were perfection stonework before these idiots were still living in caves in Europe. You ever been to Peru? They got rocks as big as them trucks over there lined up, and they don't cut them in squares. They just lay. You've seen them on it. I've been there, and they cannot make a machine that can do that, and they cannot make a machine that can set them up there, and they cannot make a machine that can put them in those foundations like they are, and they're still there 5,000 years later.
For information, take a template.
Yeah.
What you think about this, Johnny?
What about it?
What do you think about it?
I don't know.
You still believe it's a globe?
I don't know.
You know, there's a $200,000 prize out there for anybody can prove it's a globe, and it's still sitting there.
Oh, well,
You can just log on Flat Earth Millionaire on YouTube. It tells you how to claim the prize, but no one can do it because no one can prove it's a globe.
Okay, I understand all this, but where are we getting to it with you? What are we getting to it with this? What's the outcome of this?
The outcome is just knowing the truth.
Oh. That's a deceivable word. That's a hard word to find.
It is.
Especially, you know who writes history, right?
The victor.
They don't write nothing.
That's why we go out and we do tests, and we can prove that it's not a globe. But you're right. You know, they weren't thinking it was a globe, you know, thousands of years ago, like history
Thousands of
says.
years ago, they said it's flat.
Exactly.
Thousands of years.
But now in the textbooks, they're saying that we've known it was a globe for 2,200 years.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they said Aristophanes did a test.
Maybe 500 years ago we were.
Maybe. You're right about that. That's the first globe was 1492.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The Bernheim Erfidel? Yeah. What else happened in 1492?
Oh, Columbus came across here somewhere.
Yeah, and he knew about Asia because he saw that globe, the Bernheim Erfidel. And so when he landed here, why did he think he was in India? He would have to cross Asia first, right?
One thing, he was not too well educated on where he was at. For the main thing. I'll tell you this. You can throw a soccer ball in the ocean in England and it'll land in Nova Scotia or somewhere. Or you can throw something in Africa and it'll land over here somewhere in Guatemala or Mexico. And they've got proof that they've had black people in Mexico for thousands and thousands of years, but they won't tell you that because they just don't like black people. But I'll tell you what's the fundamental thing of it. Get you a book of all the Indian tribes. They got them that you can see all the pictures of Indian tribes. And if you go from the east to the west, the east is taller, lighter color, and some of them have blue-green eyes that are brown eyes. The farther you go across, the shorter they are, the more Asian eyes, and the round heads. So the English and the white people have been coming over here for tens of thousands of years, intermingling with them, and this Columbus thing is a bunch of crap.
I agree with you.
I never believed that. If you look at all the Cherokee, they're taller, better looking, than, in my opinion, and they're not short. So Mayans is about this damn tall. They're what, 5'11"? No, 5'1" is the average size of a Mayan man, and about 4'8" the Peruvians. Yeah, so they mix with white people, and as it went across, like all these Mexicans around here, I'm Hispanic. No, the hell you ain't. It's a Mongolian. Get out of here with that bullshit. You're Mongolian. I've got Spanish in my family on both sides a little bit. And I've been to Spain 3 times. They're all short. They don't have slanted eyes. They're Mongolian. And Genghis Khan. Y'all know Genghis Khan came all the way to the gates of Paris and killed everything and raped and pillaged and mixed everything all the way to Paris. And some of them fools is a little bit, got a little funny looking eyes to them. Well, that's right. And all the reason he went back because the Khan died and they had to go back, and then the Black Plague hit them and started killing all of them. Thank God for the Black Plague.
You pour water in a glass and the surface is what, level? It's flat or curved? What do you think?
It all depends how you're looking at it.
Yeah, that's true.
You
But
look at
the surface
side
is flat.
glass, it's round. You look at the top, it's flat.
Exactly, round like this.
Round is not a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, round's not a ball. That doesn't mean a globe.
Yeah.
And the same thing in a bathtub or a pond or a
How about
lake,
these
it's always
things-
level.
These idiots thinking ice is going to melt, the water goes up. Well, put a cube of ice in a glass of water and let it melt. Where does the water level stay at? It's the same. We're getting drowned. Good. You know that the ocean used to be in Casey?
Yes.
Before the ocean
Yeah.
used to be millions of years ago. Used to be here at the court.
Yep, that's why they have the.
They got animals inside them rocks that prove it.
Yeah, you can go down to the Peachtree Rock Preserve over in Gaston. You can see all that.
Yeah. Why do you think you got 400 or 500 feet straight down over here in Big Sand and all that with sand? Tell me why the ocean is salty. What does humans have in them? Salt.
Salt.
When the humans die, they deteriorate. The water hits them, hits all animals, anything that's ever had any animal, anything, it hits them. The salt evaporates, goes from there, the rain rains it back down. So salt in the ocean comes from human and animals. It's not a man-made substance.
Definitely not a man-made substance. I'll give it that.
Not a man-made substance. It is man-made, basically with dead people, dead animals, dead this, dead that. Who knows?
Well, we know. We've done the test.
Yeah.
We know the Earth is not a globe. You know, it's not completely flat. There's elevation, but
Well, of course, I've always thought it was, you know, I'm standing right here on flat land right here.
do you feel like you're moving in 4 different directions at 2.75 million miles
It
an
all
hour?
depends on how I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, that's true too.
What's that stuff when you get a little dizzy
Mm.
and your equilibrium gets whacked out? Why do you walk around sometimes and you start all of it, you feel funny and your head starts hurting and all this junk? Why? Barometric pressure messing with you. Temperature, the water, the humidity, all that messes with your head.
Free information.
Great, thank you.
Free info, free DVDs, everything here is free.
Great. Hold on. You'll fall off.
Like oil's made of dinosaurs, right?
Who?
Oil?
Oil is made from plants. All the plants, when the diamonds, all the plants covered the earth. And
Free information.
meteors hit, all the dust settled and covered on top of them, and all the plants started degrading. Because you know, what do you make gasoline with now?
Why does it keep replenishing itself over time?
Oh, all things do. How about this? What do you think you make gasoline with now? Corn. So, oil is made out of plants. Degraded material. Uh-oh. We got a man with oranges.
Information. Thanks, sir. You're on the ball.
Excuse me, sir.
Hey, sir, how you doing today? Have you heard the Earth is flat?
You gotta be kidding. Only stupid people think about that. It's foolish.